Welcome to Smart Bonsai. In light of recent developments, we're wrestling with an important question. Is the USA still the land of the free and home of the brave? In the great year of 2025? With bureaucracy bloating and bigotry spiking, that is no small ask. We're discussing freedom, courage, and the cracks in America's shiny self-image. Let's start with freedom first. America's brand is liberty. Free speech, free markets, the whole pursuit of happiness deal. But the shine seems to be fading. The Cato Institute's 2024 Human Freedom Index ranks the US 23rd out of 165 countries, down from 17th in 2020. Why? A regulatory swamp with 185,000 pages of federal rules strangling businesses and dreamers alike. The Patriot Act still lets Uncle Sam snoop on phone data without warrants in some cases. According to the Bureau of Justice Statistics, 3.7 million Americans are on probation or parole, more than anywhere else in the world. Land of the free? Sure, if you don't mind a leash. But let's not kid ourselves. America still has freedoms many can only dream of. The First Amendment is a juggernaut. You can roast politicians on social media, you can march in the streets, or you can start a blog without vanishing into a black van. Economically, the US ranks 5th globally for starting a business, with 5.5 million new ventures in 2024. Yet, not all Americans are popping champagne. Many gripe about taxes and red tape choking small businesses. Others complain about cancel culture, where one off-color post online can cost you a gig or even your whole reputation. Freedom's here, but it's dodging punches. Now on to courage. America's got a storied past. Think Lexington, Gettysburg, or MLK staring down fire hoses. But in 2025, courage is wearing a new face. Legal immigrants fighting deportation over petty infractions and a rising tide of racism. Over 56,000 legal permanent residents face deportation in 2024 for minor slip-ups like traffic tickets or expired paperwork. Take for instance, a legal immigrant, 20 years in the US, got the boot over a dusty misdemeanor. Or a student from India who was asked to self-deport over a speeding ticket that had been legally settled 2 years ago. And there are many facing deportation despite legally settled cases. These folks, spending their money in America, paying taxes, building lives, founding 28% of US startups, they show grit just to exist in America, only to be blindsided by a system that spends $315,000 per deportation to flex its muscle. Brave? Well, they're the poster children. Then there's racism, rearing its ugly head. Hate crimes hit 11,862 in 2024, up 10% from 2023. Anti-immigrant venom is everywhere. It started with the presidential campaign against illegal immigrants. Now even legal migrants bear the brunt. Vivek Ramaswamy, born in Ohio, posted on X in December 2024 about how American culture and parenting styles affect career and success as opposed to the way immigrant parents raise their kids. You'd think it would generate healthy, intelligent discussion around what's important. Instead, he got hit with hate and go back to India nonsense, and he was essentially cancelled by the right, who have famously opposed cancel culture in the past. It seems that racism is great again because over 52% of Asian Americans reported racial discrimination in 2024, up from 45% in 2020. These are legal migrants, law-abiding citizens and residents, paying their taxes, living in peace. The courage to keep showing up, running businesses, raising families, speaking out, while dodging slurs is the kind of bravery America should be cheering, not testing. But here we are. And when the administration does nothing to set things right or at the least call out the racists, it feels almost as if it is sanctioned from the top. This is not just about immigrants. It's about whether America is brave enough to live its values. The US boasts $30 trillion GDP in Q2 of 2025 and 424 languages spoken, but 24 people per minute face domestic violence, and 171 trillion plastic particles choke the oceans. The US spends $877 billion on defense, yet dodges domestic fights like inequality and water stress in 36 states by 2026. These are not small problems. These are not the kind of problems that can be ignored for long. Courage isn't just tanks, jets, and flexing muscle abroad, it's facing the mess at home. According to the Bureau of Economic Analysis, US GDP grew by 3% in Q2 2025, but surveys will tell you that only 50% of Americans feel like life is getting better. Freedom and bravery are alive, but they're wobbling under deportations and hate, even for people who have done nothing wrong. America has got the tools, diversity, wealth, grit, but it's acting like it forgot how to use them. So, the question remains, is the USA still the land of the free and home of the brave? It's a split decision. Freedom is robust in speech and enterprise, but it is tangled in red tape and surveillance. Courage shines in immigrants and those fighting hate, but it is dulled by deportations over trivialities and unchecked racism. In theory, the promise is there, but it seems to be fading in practice. Tell us in the comments, does America live up to its anthem? Keep it civil. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more. Thank you for watching.